All right, shalom, shalom. First things first, I want to give all honor and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem Rachak Say Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Bahashem Rachak. And we give double honor to our apostles and our elders, which are the apostle elders, a great millstone, which feed us with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding through the spirit and power of Yahbashim Yahushai. 2024, which is the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble. Things are taking place. Things are happening. Lord willing, this be the year that Yahweh Shem Yahshua redeems the elect and sets up the kingdom of heaven and judges the wicked for the things that they've done on the planet Earth. And that includes 2/3 of his own people that are co-signed to the devil, that have gone waywardly when it comes to the truth also. But we're going to jump right into this lesson. The name of this lesson is The Renaissance of the Righteous. All right, the Renaissance of the Righteous, or the Renaissance of the Sons of God, something on those lines. The title of this lesson came from watching Apostle he was going into a lesson, and he had just spoke it like he said that this is our Renaissance, just like Esau had a rebirth. This is our rebirth coming back into power. And we also know this goes back to the time of Jacob and Esau and the birth of those two spirits. So that, what does it say in the Apocrypha? It says that Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of the world to come. All right, I'm paraphrasing it, but the time you see it now, we're in that prophecy. That prophecy is being revealed, has been revealed, but now it's an ongoing thing. Okay, prophecies don't have a end date when it comes to certain things, but the growth. Certain prophecies do have time frames to say that. That's what I meant to say. But when it comes to the awakening and the time that we're living in, this is an ongoing thing, because this goes all the way back to the man by the name of Abba Bivens, High Priest Abba Bivens, all right, which we believe is Elijah coming back in the reincarnation to turn the hearts of the children back to the fathers and the fathers back to the children. So let's jump right into this lesson, the Renaissance of the Righteous, Renaissance of the Sons of God. Okay, this is just a video that I've seen. It's making its rounds with Kanye West. We already know the situation with this guy. You know, the Lord said he has not chosen many wise or noble. This truth has started with lonely men. Now these guys have pretty much gotten it through osmosis, you know, because these guys are not making, they're multimillionaires. Some were billionaires, if you want to say that much. But the mindset is that you recognize, because they're just like Israel would do things unknowingly, they would do the law unknowingly. This is in our spirits. So these people know and can see the power that has been coming out with this truth, starting with the apostles and the elders and the men, their elders that have passed down the torch to them. All right, this truth has been started from humble beginnings. Okay, it started from a small cluster, and it is now broadened out to the whole world, where you got guys that are multimillionaires, billionaires, wanting to, co-sign and attach themselves to this thing. But the Lord is not dealing with certain guys, man. That's why it says many are called, but few are chosen. All right, because it's going to take, just like the Lord told the rich man, he said, sell all and follow me. These guys won't really give up that bread, give up that money. It's good to play on the outskirts, but when it comes down to actually the nitty gritty and getting your hands dirty in the mud, like I say, you get it out the mud, they don't want to do that. They want to play it safe. But we're not playing safe. That's why we don't co-sign to no 501c3 charter. We don't do unity camps. There's no really way that the elites can come in. We have more to look forward to in the future than what Esau can offer. I don't think I want to play this too much, because it's got quite a bit of hits. But this first part should be enough. I'm just going to play a couple seconds, clips of it, and then we're going to jump right into the lesson.
I said apologies. Some of the stuff I was saying was true. So until y'all come up and say, yo, what he was saying, some of that was true, then go ahead with all that.
Do you take back any of the anti-Semitic stuff you might have said?
Black people can't be anti-Semitic. We are Jew. You understand what I'm saying? We are Jew. So cool out until you do your.
So what he meant by that is that we are Shemitic, okay? Because that goes back to Noah and his sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Shemites, okay? They say Semitic, but it's Shemitic, okay? Shemites, going back to the son of Noah, which you see the progenitor of the nations that you see on the planet Earth came from those men. All right, came from the loins and the genealogy of those men. And that's where you get the chosen line, which you get Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, which then transitions unto David. And then you have Yahweh Shai's bloodline, that royal bloodline that makes up that promise. Okay, that's why the Lord told David that his seed would sit on the throne forever. Okay, that's why if you read in the Revelations, it says that Yahweh Shai was what? The son of David. Excuse me. So back into this, what you see happening now is a refreshing. All right, we're going to go into the word Renaissance, because that's what you have to see that's going on right now. And we always use this for Esau. So when the apostle said it, I said, damn, that's beautiful. We're going through our Renaissance. We're going through our Renaissance. We're going through our rebirth. We came out of nothing. So let's go ahead and read what the word Renaissance. It says a great period of revival of classical based art and learning of Europe that began in the 14th century. All right, because prior to that, they call it the Dark Ages, because Jake, what you call Negroes, were ruling. Okay, Negroes, Latinos, and you had the Native Americans that was over here in the Americas. Okay, in the Latin tribe. But you had Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, which were ruling in those times. That's where you get the Moors. You go into Granada, all right? And then you have different places that were ruling in Africa. So Jake was spreading out that power. That's until Esau started to come back in there. But that was the Lord allowing Esau to come back in there to fulfill prophecy. Okay, so we died. That's why you get the precept of Ezekiel, the 37th chapter of the Valley of Dry Bones. All right, dry bones represents a graveyard, if you want to say that much. America was likened unto a graveyard, but we weren't. That's why Revelation says that they did not suffer our bodies to be put in graves. So it was we were living dead, if that makes sense. So it says, let's go here, 1840, the French Renaissance. It says Renaissance des lettres, from Old English Renaissance, literally rebirth. So we have been rebirthed, and we're rebirthing now. Okay, the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that we received is a part of that rebirth. That's the breath. If you read Ezekiel, the 37th chapter, that's the breath that the Lord breathed into us, which is the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of the scriptures. You had times where Jake was standing on their feet, going back to the time of the Black Panthers, the Stone Rangers, those uprisings that Jake was trying to come with, but they didn't have the truth with it. They didn't have the power. That's the scriptures are the power. All right. Just like if you have a battery pack, you need electricity to start that car or start that battery, to power that battery, to charge it up. So a battery can go dead. Same thing as us. We died just like a battery dies. So what did the Lord do? He recharged us. And what was the main point of that and the start of that was with Yahweh Shai. That's when the Heavenly Father seen fit to give us back who we was and what we lost back. And that name is important, okay? Don't listen to these guys that say the name is not important. They say that you're not supposed to speak the name because that's the battery pack for us, man. Okay? That's the battery pack for us. And the Lord is giving back that knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and those names which are giving us, that are drawing us closer to the Heavenly Father, okay? And it says rebirth, usually in a spiritual sense. And that's right on point. All right, Esau, because what did it go? If you read the Apocrypha, it says that once Alexander, going to Alexander and his 4 generals, when it says they multiplied, it says wickedness, the spirit of wickedness multiplied on the planet Earth. Okay? The spirit of wickedness multiplied itself on the planet Earth on a high level. That's why you see what you have today, which is the dregs of it, the last hurrah of wickedness, if you want to say like that. It says in spiritual sense, from Renstari, grow anew. So that's why it says we're coming back as a refreshed or refurbished. Just like if you refurbish something, that means you put it back into a state of usability. It might be an old car, okay? It might be an old car, or it might be some kind of electronic thing that you have to refurbish. You have to put new parts in to make it back functional, okay? So that's what you want to say that we went through and we're going through is a refurbishing, taking out the old parts and putting in the new. Okay. And it says in the vulgar Latin, Renaissance or Renaissere, from Latin, renaisse, to be born again, rise again, reappear, be renewed. Okay. From again, nasi, be born. So that's what you see happening with us today. And then we get this right here, reappear. Okay, to reappear means to appear again. So we've come back in the flesh, in the reincarnation. All right, that's why it says this is the generation that Yahushua told us. It says this generation shall not pass until all be fulfilled. So let's go ahead and get into this definition. It says to come back into view or show up for a second or subsequent time. And that's what you see happening right now. How do we back this up? Because these people say that, starting with guys like Vocab, how are we backing this up? Because it's the way of the curses. We fit that curse, but he will not ask the Amalekites, when did they go on ships into slavery? When did the curses of Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, fully take over the so-called Amalekites, the people in the land of Palestine today? All right, what they call Israelis. How did they fit? It's just like if you have any kind of identity, if you want to have somebody claim prize or they want to claim, say you leave your debit card. And I've had this happen. You leave your debit card, somebody has to ask your ID to prove who you are to receive that debit card, because your name has to match the name on the actual debit card. So these Amalekites have to match. What is the main point to match? The curses. Because the Lord said that in the last days, in the latter days, that he will put these curses on his people because of their disobedience. So that's how it says everything is dual. It's a gift and a curse and a gift. So we receive the curses, but guess what? That's how we found ourselves, through those very curses that hurt us, destroyed us. But those curses is the one thing that led us, because what do a lot of Jakes come in this truth behind? The 12 tribe sign, and then Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, which is it's cold, hard facts and showing the answer, because every Jake has a questioning in their time. Why is this happening to me? Why do I keep catching hell? I say it for myself. I came to a point in life, I was like, damn, man, something ain't right. Something ain't right. That's what I that's all I could tell you in my spirit. So I was saying something ain't right. You get tired of just being tired, and you start searching for answers and it's not in the church, because the church, when you go to Baptist, Christianity, all these churches, they don't have the answers. All it is sing, dance, adultery, bullshit. And it gets, when you start getting old enough to realize, guess what? You want to know what your life and purpose is. Okay. And those things they start being, what does it say? Hollow. They don't fill you up. Just like if you eat food that doesn't fill you up, you're going to still be hungry. So we ate of those things. We ate of Christianity, baptism, all these different splinter groups of the so-called Catholic Church, and they didn't fill us up. That's why it says, set a mark upon the men that sigh and cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. So there's a time in the lives of the hopeful elect where they'll say, something ain't right. Something ain't right. So let's jump into these precepts. This is the book of Jeremiah 14 and verse 19. Because we were going through this curses as piecemeal. The Lord hit us here, hit us there. But then we got it all in the time that we lost our full identity, in the time of slavery, in the time of the displacement. Okay, they call it a diaspora. This is Jeremiah 14 and verse 19. It says, "Hast thou utterly rejected Judah?" And that's what you see in the prophet Jeremiah back in the time of Jeremiah. They, Israel was losing themselves. We were under the persecution of the Babylonians, and then you had the northern and southern kingdom split. So there was a weakening of our so-called military. So these were the sequences of us going down. Okay, it didn't happen overnight. It says, "Hast thou utterly rejected Judah? Has thy soul loathed Zion?" Okay. And what's the word there for loathe? Let's get that. The word there for loathe is gawa'al, and it says abhor, stay away from. And the Most High did. He said he's turned his back on us, man. It says by vainly cast away, fall, abhor, loathe, to be defiled, to reject as loathsome, show aversion. Okay, so the Most High put it. He pretty much because he came behold wickedness, and we were wicked, man. What does it say? Jerusalem, Jerusalem, thou that killest the prophets. So when the Lord would send the word of the Lord through these men, Jerusalem would kill them. They would look what they did to the 12, the disciples, and look what they did to Yahushua himself. All right. Even you had wicked. You had the Edomite. Damn, what the hell is his name? Pontius. Okay, that said he wiped his hands of it. Okay, so you seeing that even in that standpoint that he was trying to wipe his hands and seeing, but Jake was pushing. What does it say? Give us Barabbas. Okay, and it says, "Hast thou utterly rejected Zion? Hast thou so loathed Zion? Why hast thou smitten us? And there is no healing for us." So even then we were asking, so how much more now? We looked for peace, and there is no good, and for the time of healing, and behold, trouble. And we're telling you what's coming now. Jacob's trouble. Bigger trouble now is coming than there has ever been. There's going to be a time because Esau he's going down. He's his last hurrah. It says, we acknowledge, O Lord, our wickedness. And that's what we're doing. You shouldn't come in this truth like, damn, I'm, trying to be some damn body. You're not somebody. You should realize that you pretty much ain't shit because we all fell and our righteousness is as filthy rags. So our mindset is to come down to the Lord and say, want the Lord to use us for his purpose, as in gathering the children. Because what did Yahushua say? If you love me, feed my sheep. So the greatest thing that you could do to show your what is it called? To show your gratitude and your thanks is to serve the Lord, man. That's why you teach others, and then they may become teachers also. So you may push the Lord's word and do the work. Go into the vineyard, man. What did Yahushua say? It says the heads are white, but the laborers are few. So the Lord was just, he prayed to the Father of the harvest that he would send laborers, okay? Because that's the main point, to bring the lost children, the elect, back to the Heavenly Father. By the Lord is going to seal them, but our job is just to throw the seed out there, to throw the word out there, and where the seed lands, the Most High is going to give the increase. That's our job, man. Not to be no damn body. We ain't nobody, man. It says we acknowledge, it says at the end of it, we're unprofitable servants. We're just doing what we're supposed to do. Okay? We acknowledge, O Lord, our wickedness and the iniquity of our fathers, for we have sinned against thee. Do not abhor us, it says, do not abhor us for thy name's sake. Do not disgrace the throne of thy glory. And that's where the temple, because we are the true temple of the Heavenly Father. That's why when the kingdom of heaven is established, he said there shall be no temple. Why? Because he's going to dwell within us. We're going to be made a perfect temple that is glorious for the Lord to dwell in. That's why those new bodies are going to play that role. And it says the throne of thy glory, and also going into the land, because the Lord allowed these heathens and these other nations to come in there and to defile it. Okay, remember, break not thy covenant with us. That's where you have the initial covenant in the time of Moses, when we were taken out of Egypt and we received that covenant of the Lord saying, I will be your power and you will be my people. Okay, it says, are there any among the vanities of the Gentiles? That's it on that. So let's go ahead and get some of these precepts. This is the book of Hosea, because what's happening now with our rebirth, our renaissance, the renaissance of the righteous, that the Lord is giving us back this glorious name and this glorious truth by way of his apostles and his elders. It says, yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea. And that's where you get the confusion of face. That's where you get the Gentiles. That's where you get Israelites looking like these other nations. We're so plentiful, we're so abundant that we look like these other nations because we've been scattered in their land. Okay? And the Lord told us that be fruitful and multiply. So Israel has a very fruitful bow, if you want to say the least. It says, Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. So if everybody looks like John Shaft, like the apostle says, you'll be able to number them. But how would you not be able to number them? That means because they look like every single person else. Just like sand, it's hard to distinguish one sand grain from another grain. Okay? It shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people. And when was that? When did this happen? It took its fullness in the time of slavery when they changed our name. Okay, you were made a slave. You were made a underling to your enemy, and you were dispersed. You lost your identity. You lost your family heritage, and you were given another heritage which was not yours. It was replaced with a mindset of a servant. That's why it says I've seen servants walk. I've seen kings walking upon the earth, and servants riding upon horses, which is power. It says, ye are not my people. There it shall be said unto them. And how's that happening? That's happening the same way Ezekiel, the 38th chapter, where the Spirit told Ezekiel to prophesy unto these dry bones. And he said, can these bones live? That's what it says, said unto them, ye are the sons of the living power. Then shall the children of Judah and the children of Israel be gathered together. And what's the gathering agent? Is this word, this truth. So we're being gathered now. We're being gathered. We've been gathered. Okay, it's so much now that it's everywhere. That's why I showed that Kanye West clip that you got undesirables that know this, and that's that's between him and the Most High. Okay, but when it comes to this truth being pushed to the forefront, it's the apostles and the elders. All right. And it says, then shall the children of Judah and the children of Israel be gathered together and appoint themselves one head, which is going into what? King David. Okay, and they shall come out of the land, for great shall be the day of Jezreel. Was that Yasser Allah, if I'm not mistaken? Let's go ahead and look that up. Yep, Yasser Allah. Okay, and it says what? Yahweh souls, descendant of the father, founder of Etham of Judah. Okay, let's go ahead and get some more on this. So what you're seeing now is the rebirth of the nation of Israel. Okay, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that are spread out through the four corners of the planet Earth. That's why the apostles say they didn't have to go travel, because the seed was spread out through the internet, through the YouTube. That's why it's called the net. And it said, the Lord also says, and the brother brought that out beautifully, that the internet is like a web. That's why the Lord said that the kingdom of heaven is likened unto a net that was cast out and gathered all the fish, good and bad. So the same thing now, you got guys that have been putting in this, that have been taking in this. That's why that shows you right there that this truth is going to have all types of people and things in it. Okay. But the angels are going to sift out, and they're going to keep the good, and they're going to throw the bad back. Okay. And it says, for the earnest expectation of the creature, what is that? Nature itself. Nature is waiting on us, because the earth was created for our sakes. This is our planet. Just like you want a true ruler, or they say you see domesticated animals that they know their owner. So the creation knows who we are, but at the point we're at now is we can't rule it yet. Okay, we still have an off spirit, but the Lord is fixing that. And once that happens and he puts the new bodies in play, we're going to rule the planet Earth in a majestic way. Okay, because it's going to flourish under us, because we're flourishing. It mirrors us. It says, for the earnest expectation of the creature waiteth for the manifestation of the sons of Yahweh. Okay, so what's that word for manifestation? The word there is
Strong's G 602, apocalypsis.
It says laying bare, making naked, to disclose a disclosure of truth, instruction concerning things before unknown, rebirth, a reappearing. That's what the word Renaissance goes into. So right here is showing you a concerning things before unknown, making known to you. Romans 9, what does it say? Romans 8:19. It says used to events by things, used of events by which things or states or persons hereto withdraw from view are made visible to all. Check that out. Manifestation, appearance. going into the rebirth, the renaissance, okay? The renaissance of the sons of God, the renaissance of the righteous. That's what is taking place right now in front of our eyes, man. Okay? Kings, prophets are here. That's why it says I should make you a nations of kings and priests. Okay? That's what's happening. We're going to teach these nations of the law. They're going to learn of the scriptures. They're going to learn of how to maintain the planet Earth. The land Sabbath is going to be implicated. The mold law, all the laws that's written, that's how we're going to govern the planet Earth in righteousness, okay? Not by our own means. Read it again. For the earnest expectation of the creature waiteth for the manifestation, the appearing of the sons of God. And that's happening now. So the earth is if you want to say that, it's cheering. Because the Most High has revealed who we are and what in our destiny. Our destiny is to rule the planet Earth. And the creatures are waiting, man. Because creatures are in the right spirit. They're in tune with the Most High. All right? It says, for the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly, but by reason of him who have subject the same in hope. That's why this ain't about the law. Of course, we keep the law. We're not here to the law is what we're going to run and govern. That's why we're going to have new bodies so we can keep that very law. We're going to have new bodies so we can keep that very law. We're not having it because it's going to be willy-nilly. We're not willy-nilly the law, but we're not hanging ourselves on that law because the main thing is Yahweh Shai to trust on him and to believe on him. Because that's what the Heavenly Father set up, for Yahweh Shai to be glorified so we can do what? We can go through him, because that's how we're getting to the Heavenly Father, through that mediator. It says, because the creature itself also shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption, which is the flesh. That's what the main point of this is, not being delivered from Esau. Esau is a byproduct of the curses. Esau, because the Lord has used many nations to whip us. The Moabites, the Ammonites, the Canaanites. The Lord has used many nations to put us in check. So it's not the fact of being delivered. Esau, yes, Esau will pay for all the blood and the things that he done to us. But it's not Esau, it's the flesh. It's the wickedness, it's sin. That's what the true enemy is. And that's what Yahweh Shai beat. Yahweh Shai beat sin, man. Yahweh Shai conquered the flesh. That was the thing that was hung on the cross. That's the ultimate victory. Now we can receive the bodies which are going to deliver us truly, not just out of Babylon. It's going to deliver us. Once the bodies are changed, that's deliverance from sin. The new bodies is a deliverance from sin. That means we're not going to be going off no more. So there won't be need for no nations to rule over us, because they're not going to have a reason, and the Lord is not going to allow that. The same way that he didn't allow nations to take us over in the time of Solomon, the time of the Old Testament, when different battles would take place, the Most High would send his holy angels to protect us and to do the work for us and to fight for us. So the same thing is going to come back. That how in the hell is Gog and Magog? The Edomites are going to come up when we're going to have holy angels to protect us, not just us being able to go to work and go put that work in, because we're going to be spiritually endowed, but the angels themselves will protect us, man. What does it say? The angels that camp around them that fear the Most High. So how the hell is God going to come up? Esau's going to band together with some makeshift rifles and some bombs and carnal blessings and come and beat us, man. That don't add up. That means they would have to be able to conquer angels, man. And that can't happen. It's impossible. It's impossible, son. All right. It says, because the creature itself also shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption, which is these chains of darkness, into the glorious liberty of the children of Yahweh, which is the new bodies. That's how we're going to have the liberation. We're going to be liberated. We're going to be liberated from sin. That's a sit down right there. We shall be liberated from sin. Not just these worlds and the bodies we in, man. All right. So it's for we know that the whole creation groaneth and travaileth in pain together until now. So everything is waiting on us, man. Because they know when we are delivered, no more clear cutting, no more fishing. What does it say? Excess fishing. There's not going to be no more pork eating, so the earth itself can go back into its natural course, man. Just like now, they're fishing lobster and shrimp out of the oceans. Guess what? The oceans are dying because they don't have the filters that the damn shrimp serves a purpose. Okay, it's not. It's just like if you take a police officer and make him a damn chef. That don't make sense. He's sitting in the damn kitchen with a full vest on with an AR-15 sitting there chilling. It don't look right. He ain't supposed to be doing. He has a job and a duty. Okay, the same thing with the shrimp and the pig. They supposed to accent nature. They have a job to do and they can't do it because this damn devil is eating it. All right, and these nations are learning to eat these things and to go after the eating of unlawful things, man. You don't go into a car and start ripping out shit that you think is not important. Guess what? That car ain't gonna run the same way it did. Same thing the Most High did with creation. It's a fine-tuned machine, a natural machine. It's a natural machine that works on certain premises. Okay, you have the shrimp and the lobster that eat the shit from the fish that the fish won't eat, and then they get they nutrients from it. Okay, and then cleans up the bottom, just like certain fish will go to other fish that will eat them and clean their bodies. It's an understanding, man. Okay, I hope that makes sense. This is the book of Romans 8 and verse 23. We're not going to be here long. The point has been hit. This is our renaissance, man. This is Romans 8 and verse 23, and it reads, "And not only they, but ourselves also, which have the first fruits of the Spirit, even we ourselves groan within ourselves, waiting for the adoption." That means to be bought back. Okay, the Lord is adopting us through Yahweh's sacrifice. Okay, to wit, the redemption of our bodies. That's the main point. That's the ultimate end of this renaissance, is the redeeming of our bodies and establishment of the kingdom of heaven on the planet earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness, man. Okay, for we are saved by hope, but hope that is seen is not hope. For what a man seeth, why doth he yet hope for? But if we hope for that we see not, then do we have patience. Then do we with patience wait for it. And we're doing it now. We've waited lifetimes for this, man. We've waited lifetimes for this. It's not the first time we've waited. We've just adopted. We've just renewed our waiting spirit. We've been waiting for this for lifetimes, man. So the Lord is he's about to make good. He's about to make good on his promise. And we're witnessing that right now with everything you see happening in the earth. The waking up, the war happening in the Middle East. We're as close as we are ever, man. All right, Yahweh Shema Shah is getting ready to establish this thing, man. We here. So Jacob's trouble is, hey, welcome it, man. That shouldn't be something to be scared of, because guess what? That's your plane departure. That's the Lord calling the ticket. He's calling in the ticket. Get to your gates, man. You just got to make sure your ticket is punched and you make it on the ships. That's all we waiting on. If we don't, man, the Lord is still going to jack Esau up, man. He's done, son. The nigga's through, okay? I'm gonna say it as plainly as I can say it, okay? He know he's coming to his judgment seat. Just like somebody has been sentenced, but they get to go home on parole. Esau's on parole right now, man, and he's been sentenced. So the Lord is gonna send out the marshals, man, to go and grab his ass. Esau's running on the bail, man. That's what he's doing. He's running on the bail. He's on borrowed time till the angels catch up with him, man. And that's with them coming to Babylon and doing the deed, man. Okay, you know what that means. This is Psalms 147 and 3. It says, "He healeth the broken in heart and bindeth up their wounds. He telleth the number of the stars. He calleth them all by their names." So the Most High he knows every single one of us, man. All right, if he knows all the stars, and the stars are infinite, you can't even count them all. He knows every single name. Not one has escaped him, man. So what makes you think any of our names and any of our lot is going to escape the Most High? That's why it says he's going to reward every man according to his labor. So if you're doing the will of the Lord, man, hey, you got a payment coming, man, and the Lord is going to make good. The Most High is going to cut checks, man. I've said that before. This is Isaiah 30 and verse 26. We'll close it here. "Moreover, the light of this moon shall be as the light of the sun, And the light of the sun shall be sevenfold, which is completion, as the light of 7 days, in the day that the Lord bindeth up the breaches of his people, and healeth the strokes of their wound. Behold, the name of the Lord cometh from afar. See that? The name is important, man. Burning with his anger, and burneth thereof. It says, and the burning thereof is heavy. His lips are full of indignation. And what is that? What's his lips? The prophets. That's why it says, set a mark upon the men that sigh and cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. 144, call law. And his tongue as a devouring fire, because these missiles and the angels are gonna scorch earth here, man. Okay, it's gonna be a terrible judgment coming to this place, man. So Lord willing, this edifying lesson, I'm gonna leave it there, and I'm gonna say, call Allah, Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem Chakabadash. Lord willing, this was the edifying lesson, and would now more than ever keep faith. We say, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem Chakabadash. Until the next time, I say, Shalom.